Have you ever thought what it could be like to be a police officer in pursuit of someone? How do you think police would handle a man accused of a triple? Do you think police would be capable of body slamming a pregnant woman? So sit tight because we're getting started. Number 8. New police body camera footage regarding a University of Georgia student involved in a crash was released, and it reveals that the UGA football player charged in the deadly car crash had received a warning from police regarding his driving months earlier.
All right. Man, I've stopped a bunch of those football players. I already stopped. I just stopped.
UGA defensive tackle Jalen Carter faces misdemeanor reckless driving and racing charges in connection to a crash that killed UGA recruiter Chandler LaCroix and UGA offensive lineman Devin Willock. LaCroix had been drinking and had a blood alcohol concentration level more than 2 times the legal limit. Evidence points to LaCroix and Carter racing at high speed at the time of the crash. The new video shows an Athens Clarke County police officer pull Carter over for driving 89 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone. Carter appeared to be driving the same black 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk he was driving on the day before the fatal crash. The officer tells Carter that he had already pulled over 2 other UGA players for speeding, including one of his teammates just minutes earlier.
When you do something dumb, stupid like that, look, I'm gonna stack stuff on you. But your breakage, you ain't going to jail. That was reckless.
The officer also told Carter that his windows were tinted too dark and violated Georgia law. The officer even told him he wasn't going to jail because it would make the news, but that it would be a good idea to text all his teammates to let them know that they needed to slow down. Carter had been previously cited for speeding, parking in a handicapped zone, and excessively tinted windows during the fall semester. The evidence demonstrated that both vehicles switched between lanes, drove in the center turn lane, drove in opposite lanes of travel, overtook other motorists, and drove at high rates of speed in an apparent attempt to outdistance each other. Carter gave officers false statements regarding his whereabouts at the time of the crash. Carter is not the first UGA player who has faced reckless driving and racing allegations this year. Another player, UGA linebacker Jamon Dumas Johnson, was arrested for reckless driving and racing on highways and streets in connection with an incident on January 10th in Athens. Number 6. Oak Hill man and woman were arrested on child neglect charges after a motorist and a mail carrier found a toddler crossing a boulevard all alone, wearing only a dirty diaper with his arms covered in bug bites. A Volusia County Sheriff's deputy found the defendants passed out in their home, unresponsive, until the deputy yelled at them and pounded on the wall.
Walking out on US 1, and luckily some nice ladies saw him and stopped before he got smushed by a friggin' car. You know, what were you guys doing in there?
We were just sleeping.
Just sleeping?
Yeah.
The deputy knew where to find them because of a prior case with one of them. In January 2018, the woman was charged with child neglect after a young child called 911 and responding deputies found 2 children left alone with a loose, aggressive dog in the house.
You don't recognize me? I was here last time when this happened. You remember that? Yeah. And your son today was in the street.
Along with an unsecured shotgun and ammunition. In this incident, a woman reported she noticed the toddler trying to cross the road in front of her. She stopped her car in the road to intercept him and prevent any other cars from hitting him. A mail carrier also stopped to help and was holding the 2-year-old boy when deputies arrived. After recognizing the child, a deputy went to find the 2 guilty parents. He found them passed out in their mobile home, each apparently under the influence of drugs, frothing at the mouth and initially not responding to the sound of his voice. After the deputy yelled and struck the wall loudly, they woke up, got dressed, and came outside. During the investigation, the deputy placed the child in the back seat of his patrol car because there were broken beer bottles on the ground and several knives within the child's reach.
You do high fives? You do knuckles? Oh, high five? Down low? Good.
The boy was placed in the custody and care of the State Department of Children and Families. Number 5, a man who'd been wanted in Atlanta for murder for nearly 28 years was finally caught during a routine traffic stop. Muhammad Bilal El Amin was captured by the Oconee County Sheriff's Office near Athens during the traffic stop. It was not clear how deputies tied El Amin to the 1994 crime during the traffic stop. He'd had an FBI reward out for his arrest since the early 2000s after allegedly shooting a man in the face with a handgun at an Oakland City MARTA station in Atlanta in November 1994. Number 4, in this video we could see body cam footage from the Ohio State Highway Patrol capturing the suspect after a high-speed chase through Polaris, Ohio and Delaware County, Ohio. This chase went through multiple yards and took many twists and turns. When the police officer finally cornered the man, he told him to remain on the ground until backup arrived, and if he tried getting up, he would be tased.
Don't move! Do not move! You will get tased!
He made the man move forward on his knees so he could handcuff him, and the man collaborated, was handcuffed, and taken into police custody. Number 3, a pair of Good Samaritans in Florida took the time to help a deputy who was being attacked by a suspect during a traffic stop. Deputy Anthony Zimmerer with the Volusia County Sheriff's Office stopped a black Ford F-150 after the vehicle cut across all lanes of traffic and almost struck him. The driver, 41-year-old Frank Padilla Velez, began acting erratically when Zimmerer tried to speak with him.
What's going on? Because you almost crashed into me. Hold on a second. Calm down. What's your name?
Fran Padilla.
Fran Padilla. No. You go stay right here. Come back here a second.
As the deputy tried to handcuff him, Padilla hit him on the head with his elbow as a struggle ensued. 2 citizens saw the fight unfolding and jumped out of their vehicles to help the deputy apprehend Padilla. During the struggle, Zimmerer's body cam cut out, but the sheriff's office said that Padilla thrashed on the ground and tried to bite Zimmerer's leg. A taser was deployed but had no effect on Padilla. Body cam footage from deputies who arrived on the scene shortly after the altercation began showed Padilla restrained on the ground. One of the citizens who aided the deputy is seen with a bloody cut on his forehead. One of the Good Samaritans also corralled Padilla's dog, which jumped out of his truck to protect him and placed it safely back in the truck. Number 2, the body cam footage in this video disproves a body-slammed pregnant woman's claims. A New York woman who was more than 6 months pregnant claimed that a traffic stop caused her to have a miscarriage. The woman claims she was pulled over by an unmarked vehicle while returning from her grandmother's house in Binghamton and was body slammed against the hood of her vehicle as she was taken into custody.
Step out! Step out!
The stress of the arrest, she claimed, caused her to have a miscarriage just moments after she was brought to the Broome County Correctional Facility. But New York State troopers have refuted her version of events, saying that the woman refused to pull over and struck an officer's vehicle as she tried to flee. They also claim she had traces of fentanyl and methamphetamine in her body at the time. Number 1, a Gwinnett County police officer has been fired after a video of him arresting a 22-year-old appeared on the social media application TikTok. The video, which has been viewed millions of times and shared 170,000 times, shows Officer Michael Oxford arguing with Smith, eventually tasing and arresting her.
Okay, I'm here to investigate something. I don't care if you call me or not. I need you to get up and come talk to me.
No, you don't.
Not you. Okay, I need to come speak with you.
Oxford is white and Smith is black. According to the Gwinnett County Police Department, Oxford was called to the neighborhood for a property damage complaint. Oxford's report said the alleged victim told him a group of people yelled at her.
Soda bottle.
Okay, did they throw the soda bottle?
Yeah, they did. She picked it up, and I recorded that too.
Okay.
Look, when she comes and picked it up, the girl in the black, you see her? And look, when I said, look, and she picking up this, yeah, she's in there. She picking it up, look, and this one she's showing it to me like, yeah.
Threw a bottle at her car and threatened to kick her son in the head. The officer was directed to a house down the street where he recognized one of the women from security footage of the incident. Oxford tried to speak with a group gathered outside the house, but the situation went awry. The video shows Oxford in a screaming match with Smith. Oxford then attempts to arrest Smith, who steps behind another woman, and a physical fight ensues. The video shows Oxford pulling out his taser and telling the woman to get on the ground multiple times. She doesn't, and Oxford tases her, causing her to fall into a bush. The mother and daughter say the officer approached them acting rude and aggressive. The Gwinnett County Police Department released body camera video of the incident where an officer deployed a taser on a woman. The department said the officer was let go. It's clear that being a cop is not easy, and one wrong decision can change the lives of people in an instant. I personally thought that cop was rough when he pulled that pregnant woman out of her car, and what about those nasty parents leaving their baby alone? Some people are just plain dumb. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? And well, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be a part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. Thanks for watching and see you next time.